What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mason. I'm going to be going over how you can make 60K in 5 years from one single family house. This isn't going to be all flashy and crazy. I'm wearing a cash flow t-shirt right now, but it's actually not going to even include that. It's not going to include all the fancy tax savings lingo. It's going to be two things. How do we build wealth through real estate really slowly and boringly? I'll show you. Number one, okay? Appreciation. Guess what happens in real estate? Home prices go up. And then what happens? They go up. And then what happens? A little correction or a crazy drop happens. And then guess what happens? They go back up. And then they keep going up. So, what I want to get my point across is that home values appreciate and go up in value. If you don't believe me, just go look at the statistics. I'm not going to show you here right now. But in my market, homes go up about 3% in value year over year. Nothing crazy higher, nothing crazy lower. It's pretty consistent and boring. Wealth is boring. Becoming rich is crazy and fun. Building wealth, it's boring. But the more boring you make it, the easier you accumulate it. The other part here is principal paydown. Okay, and this is the tenants paying down your mortgage for you, and your principal balance goes down over time. As they make more payments for you, you owe less on the property, hence principal pay down. You can create a lot of equity. Actually, kind of minimal equity here. Appreciation is the big guy. So we're going to cut right into it. I'm going to show you some numbers. The first one being appreciation. I'm not going to make this video super long and complicated, but we're trying to get to 60,000 in 5 years from just the old boring appreciation and principal pay down. So I've got my mortgage calculator up here, so I'm just going to use this as a reference. But for this step, for appreciation, I just do something really basic and simple. Here's year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these ones right here. So obviously year 1, or when you first buy it, we're going to use this off of a $275,000 house. Okay, that's our property, $275,000, just regular basic starter home. So after year 1, what does that $275,000 price appreciate to? What I do is I come on my calculator. Hopefully you can see that. I go 275 and I divide it by 0.97. That actually shows me how much it grows by 3% each year. If it grew by 5% year over year, I do 275,000 divided by 0.95. Okay, but that gets me a number, 283.5. Okay, I'm just going to use pretty basic numbers. Year 1, 283.5. Year 2, year 3, 292. Boom. That's year 2. Divided by 0.97. That's year 3. Divided by 0.97. That's year 4. Divided by 0.97. Boom. In year 5, it would grow to 320,000. Okay. I'm not going to do the years in between just because you can do those on your calculator if you watch me do that. But in 5 years, will this house for 275 be worth 320? Not a crazy thing to say. If you go look at prices and how they increase year over year in the past, I'm in the Fargo, North Dakota market, and this one's pretty basic and pretty low appreciation. So that number holds true. So we're talking about building wealth through appreciation. And we created the 320 minus 275 equals 45,000 in equity. Boom. Just because the property sat there and appreciated and you took care of it. You did the basic stuff, the maintenance, all the things that help the property grow in value and maintain its value, of course. So there's appreciation. Boom. We got 45K in equity over the course of 5 years. That's not factoring in. Maybe you have some big years that come in. Maybe you have a little bit lower, but again, how much lower from 3% can you go, right? So the second part of this is principal paydown. This one isn't super glamorous, but there's a really cool part when you're renting out a property. Let's just say you have a property you're renting out, and there's a $2,000 rent. Um, I mean, you probably got like 1,700 if you're putting 25% down in payments. Um, Tenants are paying all the utilities, snow, all that stuff, snow and lawn care. So like, boom, you have $300 left over. I'm not even going to factor cash flow in here because realistically, guys, you're really not going to have much. You're going to be prepping for maintenance and stuff, and if you're managing it yourself, of course, that'll help. So principal pay down. Year 3, year 4, year 5. Again, we're going to skip 2, 3, and 4. I don't know why I put those dots there. But here's where your starting balance is going to be. So if you were buying a $275,000 house and you put 25% down on investment property, your down payment would be about $68,750. So with that being said, your starting balance for your loan would be $206,250. I'm going to just use round numbers, guys, but 206,000. I'll actually put that up there. That's your starting balance. Hope you can see that. 206, 250. And so year over year, every time you go pay your mortgage, your tenants are paying you to go pay your mortgage for you. Amazing thing. You're actually not putting any of this money up front yourself. The tenants are paying it for you. So you get the leverage of that. In year 1, your loan balance goes from 206, 250 to about 203, 700. Okay, it doesn't go down a big amount, but it's happening. In year 5, your loan balance goes down to about 192. And this, if we just did quick math, that's for 12. Wait, what am I doing here? The loan balance is actually 191,925, but that's about 8, 12, 250. Boom. And sometimes these numbers are kind of off. So I'll do about 13K principal pay down. Because it actually sometimes becomes more than what my mortgage calculator factors in. So just off of the tenants paying down your mortgage over the course of 5 years, you get about 13,000 in equity just from the tenants paying down your mortgage for you and your principal balance going down lower. So after this 5 years, you've got $58,000 in equity. And again, it's not like you touch, feel, or grab this thing, but it's sitting there in your portfolio and your net worth, 58 grand. Now, I said 60 just because there is going to be cash flow. As the years go on, rents are going to go up, and your loan balance actually usually stays very similar unless your insurance goes up a little bit, property taxes, but rents usually increase if you do it strategically to cover those, and then a little bit more some. And if you do some creative routes on like midterm rentals or short-term rentals, you can actually get a lot of revenue from these. It takes a lot more work, but I factored in like we're gonna have some cash flow too that we'll take out of the property. You're also gonna have tax benefits that you're gonna save taxes on from your regular income because of this property. So it's long story short, I mean 58,000 in just this equity on appreciation and principal pay down alone. Then you factor in cash flows and tax savings, and boom, you're actually going north of 60K. Crazy stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, things could go wrong. That's just how real estate is. Everything has its risks. But this is a pretty safe, boring, easy way to build wealth. And this is just one property. This is just one single family house. And so, if you could stack up a couple of these over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, it's pretty cool when you add up these numbers when these get to like 10 years. Okay, so imagine where the balance would be in 10 years. I mean, I can show you in 10 years, it would be at 172,000 roughly. Okay, there's another, 10, that's another 20K in equity. Your appreciation, when you factor in compound interest, I mean, this number is just going to be compounding off of the new value of the house. It's growing by 3%. Now it's not growing by 3% on 275, it's growing by 3% on the 320 that it's at, just kind of like the, stock market does. And so you get a pretty cool return. I mean, you probably put down what, $68,000 on this place. about a $68,000 down payment. And, over the course, let's just say you're at 60, that's about 12. I think I did a sticky note here. Over the course of, $68,000 down payment, it's a little bit more than that. And then you had 60,000 in equity, that'd be 12K per year. Your internal rate of return, or your return on your investment technically, would be roughly, I think it's 17 point. It was like 17% or something. I mean, my math might be off. Internal rate of return is just like your return from these things that you don't see. Your regular return on your investment each year is like from your cash flow. Again, I'm not factoring that stuff in right now. I'm just keeping it real basic and simple with two things: appreciation and principal pay down. So, um, yeah, pretty cool stuff. If you have questions about this, you just let me know. Shoot it in the comments below. We also have a real estate investing community called Investor Brew on School. I will tag that link down in the description below. Yeah, stay tuned for the next one. We'll keep throwing out value. And I kept this one 11 minutes. Let's go. We'll see you next time.